What's good, y'all? We are very late, very late to the party. But yeah, I'm here for my review of Baddies Reunion Part 1. As you know, if you check my community page, I've been posting on that now. I had the Big Brother season finale to watch, which was well worth it. I watched the entire thing. So I just didn't have time to record the reunion because the reunion came out at 8 o'clock and the finale started at 8. And you know, we normally film at 6. So I didn't want to do it then because it's going to be a lot later. It's going to be like 10 o'clock. I have to watch the whole episode. Then I'd probably finish it by 11. Then I'd have to record, which would be like 11:30. And then I'd still have to film. And then the shit wouldn't be done till 1. And I got work. Like, I got to do that. And then I was on a high from Taylor winning. Taylor won the show, as we all... Man, that's what we wanted. And it's funny because if you watch the show from week 1, you never thought that she would even get past week 1. And for her to win the show, that was... Yeah, and I've been in a good mood this week because of just watching her have her blow up. Her and Joseph, the only two that I actually liked on the show, are having a true glow up power couple moment. But anyways, enough of them. We get to the reunion. I just finished watching it in full. Like, I've seen clips of it. I saw clips of it on Sunday night of the fights and stuff. I wasn't expecting them to fight. That's why I didn't do it on Sunday. I thought it was just going to be like what they normally do, which is spend half the time getting ready and then getting to the show, getting to the reunion set, and then cutting it off and then going to the part 2 for the rest of the reunion. But now they got some action in here. So we're going to talk about it. As always, thank y'all again for watching. I hope y'all do watch this. It is a Saturday, so I don't know what y'all doing. But hopefully y'all are watching it on this day, because I'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We're getting super duper close to 1,000. I think I'm at like close to 930 now, so that's like 70 subscribers away. We can do it. Let's go. Let's get it. And yeah, let's go. Let's get into it. I'm ready to talk. So we get to the reunion, everybody's arriving to the reunion, everybody gets their own little individual dressing rooms and whatnot. And then one room, we got Slim, Rollie, and Persuasion. They all ready, they talking about how excited they are. Not even excited, just more amped to address some things. Rollie said it was cute how people were sitting there popping their shit in the confessionals, talking greasy and stuff, but then acting like they ain't got no issues on social media and whatnot. And then Rollie and Scotty apparently have issues because Scotty and Natalie, they were in another room. And they were talking about stuff, and Rollie and Scotty apparently have issues because, Scotty was talking about Rollie and laughing on Natalie's live. I don't think I've seen that one, but I already had a feeling that these two was gonna bump about it because they kind of had a little bit of unfinished and unresolved issues on the show. They didn't fight on the show, so I kind of expected it. Natalie and Rollie, they've been going at it on social media leading up to the reunion, so I definitely was expecting this, which is very funny. Like, we'll get to that later on too, but Natalie is basically saying that she thinks that Rollie and Slim are jealous because everybody else on the show are bad bitches and they don't fit in. And this comes from somebody who's not a fan of Slim. I love Rollie, but I'm gonna say Rollie and Slim, I don't think either one of them are jealous of anybody on this show. Truth be told, I don't think any woman on this show, is jealous of anybody on this show. So that's a stupid thing for Natalie to say. But then it's so on brand for Natalie because Natalie thinks she's so up here and everybody else is trying to be like her. Then of course she would say something like that. But Natalie's talking about how she feels like since they don't fit, she's going to end up firing them and hiring 2 new girls and whatnot. Same old spiel that Natalie does every season. I was gonna say nobody wants you on the show, but as much as Natalie, like I said, she's a polarizing character. I like her sometimes and I don't like her sometimes. She's corny as hell to watch on the show because she be doing some cringy shit. But when you think about it, at the end of the day, a lot of the shit that has happened on the show, Natalie has had a part in it. So we wouldn't have had the drama if she wasn't on the show, but nobody wants to see her. Like, that's just really what it comes down to. Just produce the shit off the scenes, or produce the shit off the cameras and just do what you're doing on the camera, off the camera, then we'd be straight. But Natalie wants to let them know that this is her shit, and she said something about they don't respect the fact that she's been in the industry for 15 years. Like, no one cares, Natalie. You say that shit every single day. Like, every day. Like, we know you've been in the industry for a long time. We know this is your show that you done created, and you're an executive producer. You don't have to keep saying it and talking about something you gotta remind them. They know shit. They just don't like you and don't respect you because you just messy. Like, you do messy shit. You can't expect them to not call you out on your shit just because you're an executive producer. Like, fuck out of here. But anyways, Sway was basically in the other room saying that, and I'm talking about Persuasion, said that if anybody wanted to address anything with her, she's open to talking about it or whatever. She's basically seeming like she don't want to fight, but if she got to fight, she'll fight. In the other room, we got Krishan and Jayla, and they basically talking about Jayla might have some beef with Ann, which is interesting. And then I forgot to mention too, Ann is saying, well, no, we're going to get to that. I thought I missed it, but no. Jayla and Ann might have beef. Krishan is saying that there's no safe space in this group, basically saying that, like, everybody in here just be talking about each other. They switch up too much, and it's true. Like, that's just really what it is. A lot of these people talk like, and I said a lot of these people, a lot of these girls on the show talk like they like somebody, and then go online and be talking shit. And I can see where Krishan's coming from, because Krishan seems like the type of person, from what I know, she ain't the type of person to switch up. Like, I mean, and if she do switch up, it's for a reason. But we got in the other room, Scotty, Ann, and Bree, and this is what I was talking about. Ann is now going by Bianca because she said she don't know who the fuck Ann is. She said when she watched the show back, she didn't recognize who that girl is, and apparently Bianca is Ann's real name. So she going by that. She said she had PTSD watching the show. Krishan, we get back to Krishan and Jayla, and she calling Natalie out for being fake. She's saying, like, her venting to Natalie about whatever. I guess she was venting to Natalie about Jayla, something about Jayla. And then Natalie took what Krishan said and twisted it and brought that back to Jayla. As we all know, Natalie is the type to try and get some information from somebody, take their words, twist it, and give it to the other person just to start some mess in between duos. And as we all know from watching the season, Natalie was very threatened by the closeness of Jayla and Krishan, because we could tell coming into the season, Natalie thought that Jayla was going to be her number one, like how her and how Krishan and Jayla were. So I'm not shocked that she was doing that, because apparently she was doing the same thing on the other end with Jayla, pretty much saying the same shit to Krishan that she was doing to Jayla. So Natalie's just a big old mess. Krishan and Jayla know how she is. They're basically saying they know that she's fake, they know how she moved, and all that gaslighting and shit. They just gonna keep it a buck with her, and whenever the time comes to basically call her out on her shit, they're gonna do it. And Krishan said, like, if you got an issue, Natalie, just fight. Come on, get up and fight me. We all know she ain't gonna do that. Natalie will fight whoever she wanna fight, but she ain't gonna fight Krishan because she already know what time it is. But then we get, I'm completely glossing over this scene. It was Trina and Janisha, Lemmy's fiance, girlfriend, wife, whatever the hell she is, the one that I always say on every single one of these reviews. I'm tired of her doing the reunions because she's not a host. Like, and when I say that, a host should be able to contain and control the cast. She never can control the cast. Like, she always be sitting there screaming at them, trying to get them to stop. But they don't respect you, because if they did, they would shut up, and they don't shut up, and she can't control them because she don't know how to. Like, she's literally, she got the most bitchy voice. I don't even say bitchy, like, she ain't somebody that, if somebody was barking at me, I mean, you bark at me, I don't care who you are, you still might not get respect from me, but there's a certain essence of somebody that has a presence where if they say something, you might actually listen to what they say, and she don't have that, and these girls don't respect her, and that's just on any show. Girls, I don't know, I was gonna say guys, but the Bad Boys didn't have a reunion, but girls in general, like the Jocelyn's girls, they don't respect her either, because they do what the fuck they want to. But Trina, I love Trina. I feel like Trina is definitely a good fit to host the show, because her whole thing, what Trina is known for, is her being the baddest bitch. So it makes sense for her to be on Baddies South, hosting it. So I'm excited to see what she's going to do. Trina said that she has a favorite. We're getting ready to start the reunion. They're all out. Well, not they're all. Trina and Janisha are on the set. They're basically talking about the show. Trina said she has a favorite. She's going to tell us who that is later on. Janisha is saying that they wanted to get to the bag, and Trina, and this is something funny, She was saying all the girls in there wanted to get to the bag, and Trudy said, were they? And I'm like, yeah, right, were they? Because from watching the show, we'd be shocked. Well, a couple of them were. I ain't gonna say that. A couple of them were trying and wanting to get to the bag, but Natalie didn't have anything planned. So it's like, what are they supposed to do? But then we get security. They're trying to open up the doors to get the girls on the set, and then we hear Natalie and Slim going back and forth. So they fighting and shit. Well, not even fighting, just arguing. And Krishan she's doing what I would be doing, laughing her ass off. Slim is asking Natalie if she needs a diet plan, calling her a fat bitch. Natalie saying that she's getting money and whatever. And then what Natalie, the thing is, I think I said it a couple times this season as well as last season. Natalie, it's funny when you watch Natalie on these shows now and watch Natalie when she first came out on TV, like her season of Bad Girls Club. The way Natalie talks, the way Natalie acts is completely different. And Sarah kind of clocked her on that episode earlier this season when she was saying, like, your mama's white. Regardless if her mama's white or Puerto Rican like she says she is, Natalie, her whole vernacular, her dialect has changed. She in the camera trying to act hood, talking about something, give me some more money, bitch. She's like, get in the camera, and it's so cringy, and then you can't take it serious. It's just like, what are you literally, who are you trying to convince? Like, you not hood. She swears she's from the Bay. Apparently she's from someplace up, she up there in Sacramento, but she ain't Bay. Like, she ain't Oakland Bay, or, you know what I'm saying. But enough of that, that's just Natalie. But then Rollie saying that she talking to, and this is something that was funny to me, because she was on the stage talking about something, she talking too much, let me get her again. When Rollie kept saying that, I was laughing. And she said that Natalie looked like a homeless bitch on her own reunion. So that was funny. So they still arguing and doing all that shit. Sydney then shows up, Sydney Starr. Security's outside stopping her from getting on the premises, saying that she's trespassing. She said that she don't care. She bought her own flight, so she's there on her own. Natalie then sees her, starts barking back. Natalie saying that Sydney, Natalie's saying too, like, at this point, bring her on. And she immediately switches to, no, get this bitch off the set, as she always does. But what stuck out to me is that she said, give Sydney Scotty's check since she couldn't make it. I'm like, what? Because Scotty is there. And Scotty's your friend. And Scotty's going to later try and back you up. So I was like, where is that coming from? Like, that's what I was talking about with Natalie. But Sydney was calling Natalie a fake ass bitch. And they're just going back and forth like they always do. So then they finally end up getting on the set. They calm everything down. They get on the set. And as soon as they get on the stage, before they can even do introductions, Slim and Natalie, they bickering and shit. Security's trying to calm it down. They eventually calm it down during the introductions. Everybody's saying they all a little piece or whatever. Bree, the only time I really can talk about her is when she says one little line that they finally give her on the TV. And what is that line that she always says? Buy your life. Like, that's so worn out. Like, I'm tired of hearing her say it. Like, it's just like, what else are you going to give to the show? Which I find interesting too, that she's doing these Baddies auditions. Like, what does she really have to give? Because she didn't give shit on the show. So her opinion really is not relevant, but whatever, we'll get to that at the end. And then what else? They ended up playing the season trailer because they wanted to take a look back at the season. And of course they can't go back and make a montage, so they just played the full season trailer that we got before the show even started filming. And as they're watching it, Rollie and Natalie end up getting into it. Rollie talking about, look at that pussy in you. And then Natalie saying, who pussy, bitch? And then she get up. And they start getting into it. And the funny thing, I got to give you the play-by-play. Natalie and that kick. Don't know why she's been kicking people here recently, but she's been kicking, maybe because she's gotten bigger. Because she kicked Red in the conversation. I know y'all remember that. She kicked her. And then she kicked Rollie, like kicking Rollie straight in her titties. And I'm like, why are you kicking people, especially right there? Like, you can give her cancer. Like, don't do that. But she ended up, I don't know if you can give her cancer. I hope I don't sound stupid. But you could fuck something. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but it literally just processed in my head what I just said. I ain't dumb. But if you can't, educate me if you can. And I'm not editing that out. But she kicked Rollie in her chest, and then the funny thing is too, because when she ran up, she got this jacket on, and the jacket is, and it's not all the way on, it's just like kind of hanging. And this is how you know Natalie ain't really about what she trying to act like she about. Because if you really trying to fight, you ain't gonna have nothing on you that's gonna hold you back. And she had that jacket on. If anything, take that jacket off. You dress like you ready to fight, but you clearly can't fight and aren't ready to fight because you doing stupid shit. So she goes up and gives her that big old karate kick, boom. And then she ends up slipping because the jacket falls off of her and slips under her foot. She slips, and as she slips, Rollie gets the bird. Pop, pop. And as Rollie's swinging on her, which I don't know why Slim got up and took advantage of this, maybe because she's got the beef with her too, but Slim gets up, tries to run her shots off. And of course, when she does, Krishan gonna get up because Krishan don't like her anyways, and then it's a 2-on-1 situation. Scotty also gets up, which I respect, and they both try to get in there. Krishan was definitely swinging, and we saw that, and she's saying that she gonna beat Slim ass for getting involved and jumping and shit. And they all doing all this, security's trying to break it up a little bit. Natalie ends up getting loose and swinging on Slim. When Slim was caught off guard, Slim starts flipping out and doing all that stupid shit trying to get at Natalie. Scotty and Rollie are now bickering in this moment, basically saying, like, Rollie's talking about, why are you here? Why are you involved? Like, da da da. And then Scotty saying, I ain't gonna let you jump my bitch, which I respect, like I said. Which is funny considering how she's jumping in to defend Natalie when Natalie was trying to play her earlier. But then Rollie's popping her shit with Natalie, catches Scotty off guard. And I know y'all heard that slap. That was a premiere slap. She said, look at your shit, bitch. When, I swear to God, Rollie she got some hooks. Like when Rollie gets you, she gets you. And she got Scotty good. Like she kind of knocked Scotty off her balance. And it was funny because Krishan gonna always laugh when some shit like that happens. But Natalie got a busted eye. Like her eye is fucked up. You can tell it's starting to close. And of course, Krishan was laughing at it too, saying that she mad. And she said, I would be mad too if I got a fucked up eye like that. But we get the preview for next week. The preview for next week showing more action. We got Krishan and Slim, Krishan and Persuasion, Rollie and Natalie again. I think that was it in terms of fights. And yeah, Natalie, that eye is closing up, which is interesting. But that's all I got for y'all. It was pretty entertaining. I was definitely entertained. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, as always. And tomorrow I might have a guest who's going to be reviewing with me. And this guest is very, very, very ghetto. He's going to definitely keep me very entertained. He's going to keep y'all entertained. I know that much. So it'll be very interesting to see that dynamic, if it does in fact come to fruition. We probably gonna do it, but if it doesn't, it'll just be me. But if so, y'all gonna love him. I already know, cause that nigga is crazy. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. The Baddies season 3 auditions. I want to kind of gloss over that real quick. I just happened to be looking on Instagram and I saw a couple clips. Apparently Scotty got jumped by some girls out there in the Bay, because they out there in the Bay, because I guess they're doing the Baddies West next season. So they're doing the auditions and stuff, and the girls is out there fighting and shit. It looks like, I saw on Natalie's page, it looked like it was Scotty, Jayla, Rollie, and Bree doing, like, I guess preliminary audition rounds, which is interesting because wasn't she just saying that Rollie was going to get replaced when Rollie's doing the auditions, which I'm happy about because I don't want Rollie going nowhere. Rollie brings the show. But they were doing the preliminary auditions, and then Krishan's there too doing, I guess, like the second wave. And then I think I remember seeing Natalie's going to be doing, of course Natalie's going to be doing the big part with, who did she have on that list? I think she had Tommy, which is interesting because they was beefing at one point. Always something. And who else was it? It was somebody else, I want to say. I feel like it was somebody big too. Well, not big, but maybe big. I can't remember. I'm trying to see before I get off of here. It was Natalie, Tommy, and where'd it go? Oh, Sukiyana from Love and Hip Hop. That's interesting. But yeah, that's interesting. Let me know what y'all think about the reunion. Hopefully y'all watch it. I don't know what the views is gonna look like because it's not on my normal day where most people expect me to post. Hopefully y'all do watch it. But yeah, I'll be back next week, tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Next week I'll be in DC for the Washington Commanders game. So we'll see what time I get back because my flight, I think I come back, I think I take off at like 5 or 6. And I live in Charlotte, so it might take an hour for me to get here. And then I gotta get here and then I gotta watch the episode. So it might be a late upload that day. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.